Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now tonight we have something special, something I've never tried before. So without further ado, craft beer review number 131. We have Black Ops Vintage 2020. Now this is coming out of Brooklyn Brewery. It says Brooklyn, New York. So let's have a little read. I mean, here in Australia, this retails for $50-ish, could be 55, something like that. So this has got to be like the most expensive beer I've ever bought in my life. So that being said, let's see if it's worth it. Alrighties, but before we open it, let's have a little read. Stout aged in 4 Roses bourbon barrels, alright? So this was the selling point that got my attention, you know, like you see the 4 Roses there, and then all of a sudden you think, cool, 4 Roses bourbon barrels. Not that I've got to try any 4 Roses bourbon yet, seeing as here in Australia, I mean, the small batch select was like $130, so, but I do hear good things, so I am keen to try some 4 Roses bourbon to see how the barrels, what flavors it imparts into the Imperial Stout, so that would be a future thing. But let's have a little read at the back. 4 Roses Bourbon, Brooklyn Black Ops 2020. Brooklyn Black Ops is a legend. We can neither confirm nor deny its existence. However, if it did exist, it would be a robust stout. Originally, what is it? Conculated? Man, it's a bit kind of scratch, but let's just say conculated. Concocted. Yeah, let's just say concocted. My English. Concocted by the Brooklyn Brewing team under the cover of secretly and hidden from everyone else at the brewery. Supposedly, this vintage of Black Ops is aged for months in 4 Roses small batch bourbon barrels and then re-fermented with champagne yeast, creating big chocolate and coffee notes with a rich underpinning of vanilla like oak. Is Black Ops real? We can say, but we think you'll love it. 750ml beer with bourbon added. So at the back here, is that focusing? If it's not focusing, my bad, guys. There we go. Beer with bourbon added. Let me show you the bottle. Very simple, but keep in mind it's not even classed as craft anymore, I believe this is like a very big brewery now. They're mass producing. I don't even think they're brewing their own things anymore. So this is 12.2%, which is 7.2 standard drinks, brewed and bottled by the Brooklyn Brewery, 79 North 11th Street, Brooklyn, New York. See, so this must be their original stuff that they used to brew. So I hear it's not from New York or not coming out of Brooklyn anymore. So there you go. And I hear that maybe the 2020 release or the 2021 has dropped to 11.5%. So I did just find more of these. So if this is good, we are definitely going to grab some more, even with the $50 price tag. I don't know. That stubborn was 16% and that was like $14. But anyways, enough of the jizz jazz. You know what? Let's get it cracked open. I am pretty excited. So here we go. I bought this a few months ago now. It's been a while. I'm only just deciding that I would like to try it now. So let's get it open. Am I even going to be able to reseal this or what's going on? Let's put that up there for now. Alrighties. Here we go. I'm a bit excited. All right. Here we go. Oh, damn. That was very satisfying. That was awesome. Alrighties, where's the glass at? Here we go. Alrighties, Brooklyn Black Ops Vintage 2020. Here we go. We're just going to pour it in there. Bit of a rough type of pour, but you know what? May as well. I kind of want to give it some space. There we go. All right. I'm just going to stick that on top there for a sec. Jet black. Can't see through that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Carbonation is actually very moderate. I mean, it's not really silky carbonation. Like the head on it's actually like big bubbles. I mean, it's only like a 1 finger creme color. Focus! Sorry guys. Focus! Here we go. Nah, probably not going to focus, eh? Lacing. Yeah, it's sticking, but I mean, could be more. But you know what? Let's get a nose on. Oh my goodness. This has been sitting in the cabinet for so long. I've been wanting to try it every day. So you know what? First impressions on the nose. Slight chocolate coming in. Like it's like half milk chocolate. You're getting half dark chocolate. All right, so the vanilla, that caramel, you know, that's obviously coming from the bourbon barrel. I mean, slight malty note, but like a roasted malt vibe, but not too much. I'm not even getting coffee or anything at the moment, but keep in mind, I did just put this in the fridge for probably like half an hour, something like that. I mean, the bottle is some condensation on it, so it is cold. And I just dropped the cork wherever that went. We're gonna have to find that. Put a beer lid on top of it for now. If it sits. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh my goodness. I'm just worried something's gonna fly in it. Alrighties. You know what? A coin. Perfect. Done. Alrighties. You know what? I'm just gonna get a taste because I've been wanting to try this for so long. You know what? The head is still there, which is awesome. Look at that. Look what it's doing. Look at what it's doing. Now look, there's no bleeding through that. Like that is jet black, but I've heard some people say batches can vary. I mean, maybe those are the ones in the cans or something. Some people say it reminded them of a porter, that it wasn't as thick, but you know what? Let's see what we feel. So first sip, here we go. Cheers everyone who's tried Black Ops from Brooklyn Brewery. I don't even think it's coming out of Brooklyn anymore, but if you know where it's coming out of, let me know in the comments. But here we go, first try, first impressions, let's go. Wow. It's almost reminiscent of having a bourbon. I mean, I'm confused. Hold on. Like, confused in a good way, guys. Confused in a good way. It was, yeah, all right. It was a little bit boozy at the front, all right? So it's almost like you're not really getting a vibe of, I mean, you are getting a vibe that you're drinking an Imperial Stout, but a really upfront boozy Imperial Stout. But, oh my God, I'm just going to have another sip, guys. Sorry, guys. It's been a while. And what a monster of a beer to start off on, eh? So here we go. My last American beer I've tried, well, coming out of America was like a month ago, probably craft beer review number 129 with Sierra Nevada, that narwhal or narwhal. I'm still don't know if it's wall or whale. But anyways, this kind of reminds me of that a little bit, you know, where it's like a little bit boozy. Yeah, like in my opinion, I kind of think that I was getting an impression that it was going to be a whole lot thicker and more viscous. Not saying this isn't bad, like it's not good. Now that just didn't make sense. I'm not saying it's bad, it's good. That made more sense. But it's just, I think it's not entwined together. Let's just say it's not balanced. It's just like you're getting, so it just, I guess it does just feel like you added in some bourbon into an imperial stout, but I think that's what they did. Hold on. I just dropped the lid again. I mean the coin. All right, so it says beer with bourbon added. Beer with bourbon added. There you go. I'm just going to balance that on top of there. There you go. Beer with bourbon added. So pretty much that is the vibe that you're getting. It's like you're drinking a beer, but you're getting that real upfront boozy vibes, you know, like that bourbon. You can feel the bourbon vibe. But, I mean, is it nice? I don't mind it. I don't know what I was expecting, but keep in mind we are here in 2023. This is from 2020, so I don't know how it was to how it is now. But at the moment, I mean, look, the head's, look at that. It's still there. It's still active. Now, that is good in itself. You know what? Let's go for another sip. Cheers, everyone. I mean, when I was first doing the splushy thing, this carbonation was a little bit silky. Now it kind of reminds me like it's going a little bit flat. I mean, this is a rough one. I really wanted to like this really bad because it's $50+. Now I'm just not sure. Like if I'm comparing it to like Stubborn, like $14, $16, 16%, that was nice. You know, like, is this even up there with that? You know, and that was a recent release. I would expect this would have gotten better. But anyways, carbonation, the head, the lacing, I mean, it's still there, but it's kind of dying off. Let's have another sip. The glass is warming up, guys. So let's see what flavors are coming out now. Honestly, when I'm nosing this, it's almost like I'm nosing a really good bourbon. Like you're getting that oak, the vanilla, the caramel, all that. You know, like a slight chocolate, like a slight milk chocolate. I am not getting any coffee in this at all. I mean, like the slightest of slight. Like, I don't know, guys. For everyone that has tried Black Ops, was the coffee note more dominant when it first gets released? And does that coffee note die off 3 years down the line? Let me know if you've noticed this. Sorry guys, I sound like I'm stuttering. I'm just really confused right now. But this is the first impression. This is my first thoughts. So I like to do these, you know, live and unedited, non-scripted. Just whatever comes to my head, whatever I'm thinking, I'm just letting you know. But I mean, it's good, but all right, I've got to have another one. I'm really so confused. But cheers, everyone. Drink responsibly, especially if it's 12 point something percent. 5, 2. I really want to check now, but I don't want to waste your time, guys. Let's just have another sip. Cheers, everyone. All right, the dark roasty notes that kind of feel like it's heading towards bitter on the back end, which kind of reminds you of like coffee, like an espresso or something, but it's not quite there. But that's a good thing. I mean, but every now and then I have an imperial stout or a stout and I think this is just too coffee-ish. But sometimes if you like coffee, then it's a win. But sometimes you don't want too much coffee or you don't want too much chocolate and you just want a balance and just of perfection, you know, nothing to this and nothing to that. Like, I mean, if this is what they were aiming for, then they did a good job. It's not too coffee-ish, it's not too chocolate. Very boozy up front though. But let's have another sip, guys. Cheers, everyone. It is getting a lot easier to drink now. Oh my goodness. This is a dangerous beer. All right, there you go. I said it. This is one of those dangerous beers that you're going to be drinking it and you're going to be thinking it's so easy drinking that you're just going to keep pouring more and more. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, woo, I just had 7 standard drinks. But honestly, this is a hard one. I mean, I want to say I recommend it, but if I'm going to be more honest and transparent for the people, I'm going to have to say that maybe it's not worth $50. All right. You know, maybe there is things out there that could match up to this, or maybe could still hold its flavor at this point. But final thoughts, let's finish this and maybe pour up another one. Shh, don't tell anyone. Yeah, I mean, like they say this is 70 IBUs. It's not too bitter at all right? So it's actually really easy drinking. But it's all right. So if you like a sweeter style imperial stout, this is definitely not that. All right. So it's not sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly chocolate. It's not overly coffee. It's not overly anything really, apart from it's overly boozy at the front. So it almost reminds me of, I'm nosing a beautiful bourbon, which is a good thing, but reminds you of an imperial stout, if that makes sense. Like the back, and you know, like that aromas in the air is like you're getting the elements of the bourbon, you know, like that vanilla, the caramel, all that. And then when you're like digging around, you're like, oh yeah, that's the imperial stout vibe. But you know, I used to think of it as sour or something, you know, kind of like cider or something. But after a while, you're like, no, this is just starting to just smell like a bourbon. So if you just had bourbon and an imperial stout and you're like this, that's what you're probably getting, you know. But anyways, you know what? Oh my goodness, how many minutes? 18 minutes. Woo! Alrighties. Alright guys, so pretty much right now, today, it was storming, it was cold, I have this jumper on. Now right now, I'm feeling warm. So, alright, so we only had this much of the bottle. That's why they say drink responsibly. But here we go. We're going to pour up another one purely because I feel like it. And you know what? We may as well. Maybe a little bit. Alrighties, there we go. Alright, so pretty much, I bought this months ago. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to try keep some. So I hear people cellar their beers and, you know, like, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start. I don't want to buy a beer and crack it straight away. So lately I've been trying to keep some beers, but I figure, you know what, we didn't get to try it back in 2020, but we're getting to try it now in 2023. We're gonna keep some bottles to keep trying every year, you know, after this year, so to speak, if you know what I mean, because I need to really start learning to see what cellaring, you know, like imperial stouts does. Like, how much does it change, sort of thing. This is all personal, but I do suggest everyone try this as well, because it's all a learning journey, isn't it? Alrighties, it's like we're all starting all over again. Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. Now today, craft beer review number 131, we have Black Ops. people are sitting there like, deja vu. Alrighties, nah, jokes everyone. Let's just say, cheers all, drink responsibly, much love to you all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Black Ops coming out of Brooklyn Brewery. Have you tried the 2020 vintage? Let me know what you think. It's like I'm just nosing a good bourbon, to be perfectly honest. With the backbone of Imperial Stout. Oh my goodness, you know what? Cheers everyone. Well, in conclusion, you know what? Let's just have a sip and then we'll conclude it. Yeah, that's a bourbon. It's almost like, how do you describe that bourbon note? You know what I mean? Wow, that's all right, isn't it? See, if you are a bourbon lover, this is a no-brainer. As soon as you see aged in, you know, like the Four Roses bourbon barrel, you'll probably just grab it like me. So that was the selling point for me. There was no beautiful bottle art, can art. It was just a black bottle, you know what? But that was enough to draw me in. Even though it was $50-something, I thought, you know what? Manifest up some extra winnings. May as well go buy some beers that you're never going to actually be able to afford in life. Well, you know what I mean? The cost of living nowadays, guys, is very expensive. So, you know, personally, I have to manifest some extra winnings to be able to afford $50 beers to try. But, you know, because people wonder, like, what do you do for a living? How can you afford these? Well, technically you can't. I'm a conservative. I mean, I would even drop past Audi and grab like the dries or that just to drink, you know. So I'm pretty simple, but I do like enjoying trying new things, and you know, like price. That there is no boundaries with price. You know, if you got to pay a bit more to try something new, then that's what you got to do. And if you don't have enough money to buy it, then you might want to just go on something and double it. Then that's what you gotta do. Not trying to promote gambling or drinking or anything like that. But I'm just saying, believe in yourself, manifest, you know, don't limit yourself. Your mind is a powerful thing, guys. We limit ourselves by our thoughts. You know, if you believe, you can achieve, all right? So, final thoughts. I keep saying final thoughts like I'm going to break it down, but then I don't, because I'm still kind of confused. But let's have another sip and maybe it'll take away the confusion. Cheers, everyone. It's just really easy drinking. I mean, it's not sweet. It's not chocolate. It's not coffee. So it's like what a barrel aged with bourbon added noses and tastes like, which kind of feels like, I don't know, it kind of even feels like it's thin or something. I don't want to say flat, because flat kind of sounds bad, but obviously it does go flat at the end. But I think maybe the word we want to use is thin. But then again, it's not really thin like water. Maybe I've had too much. No, it's not thin. It's not thin. It's just not thick as we were hoping. But technically, it's like a medium, you know, like it's a medium. The mouthfeel, you know, there is body there, guys. It's not like you're just drinking water. And respect the way that the carbonation, the head, is still able. Look at that. Look at the lacing. Look at that. Can you see how it just sticks to the glass right there? Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Woo! You gotta love that. Alrighty, so that's pretty much the lacing. The lacing's sticking really nicely, to be honest. You know what? I'm rambling, I'm repeating myself. Like, comment, subscribe, drink responsibly as always. And you know, have a beautiful evening. Happy Thursday night or thirsty Thursdays. Drink responsibly. Sorry for pointing at you. Number one. Nah, oi. Cheers everyone. Alright, so I'm just curious if I added some Wild Turkey 101 into this, if it's gonna be okay. Or maybe I should light up a cigar and see how it pairs with the cigar. Hold on. Let me have a sip. So you're thinking about it, you are getting that slight, it's almost like smoky, but it's to me it's oaky. It's the oak, it's the bitter oak. But that oak, you could think of it like a cigar smoke, something like that, which is good. You know, I love a cigar and bourbon. So cigar, bourbon notes in beer is just beautiful. But you know what? We are running out of memory space. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to finish this and I will catch you all next time. Let me know in the comments if you have tried Black Ops coming out of Brooklyn Brewery, but I don't think it's coming out of Brooklyn Brewery anymore. But if you find the 2020 release, maybe it's still from Brooklyn Brewery, if that makes sense. All right, you know what? I am going to show you some magic powers, all right? As you can see, my hands are over here. So I have no remote. Like, how am I going to turn off this camera? How am I going to turn off this video? It's called magic. All right, here we go. Magic. All right, magic time. Magic time. I'm going to go like 3, 2,